So that's that song. And then there's this song.
Yes.
Ah, crank the sucker up. This is Utter Football. Now this is our attempt at doing a parody of the Butthole Surfers.
I said I wanted to do a punk song. Can you play a punk riff? And so Bill came out with... And then the song I wrote is about utter football.
Yep.
Which was a ridiculous... Instead of tipping a cow and tipping a horse...
You kick it!
You kick its udder.
Kick it! Kick it!
Yeah, simple part, which I can play now. No, I can't. I can't even fake play. But you had neat effects. You had the Distortomatic microphone.
Okay. So you can turn this down a little bit now. After you put the guitars away.
Right there. Sorry about your knee.
Ah, my knee! My knee! Yes.
I had a cheap microphone that I had bought from Olson Electronics.
Yes.
And I don't know what happened to it, but it got it so that it was a condenser microphone. The little condenser head came out of the mic housing, and it was just sitting outside. So I put that, and you eat it, and then Bill plugged it into his Lafayette tape recorder,
right.
And we called that the Distortomatic microphone, and that's how we sang this.
Right, because it was not any good as a cassette deck anymore. So what I did is I went inside, pushed a little record thing down, pushed it down there, pressed the play button, and then put it in there so it was locked in a record position, so the little mic preamps in the front could be used as a distortion box.
And it created a great distortion that I've never been able to match it.
You know, somebody does make a distortion pedal called the Distortomatic now.
It figures.
Yeah.
Great ideas.
Because I Googled it. So Google Distortomatic and you'll find that out.
But your little mixer also had just rudimentary pan controls. It had a control on it for center, left, and right.
Yeah.
And that was it, and it clicked. So that's how we were panning.
Oh yeah, if you listen to this song, you hear things go back and forth like that.
Go back and forth, and then they go ding, 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 ding.
So, you know, we were lo-fi before Guided by Voices was lo-fi, okay? Robert Pollard, 10K run.
The only thing I wanted to do when I first got my first synthesizer is just, hey, let's record music and record it as cheaply as possible. And that's what you're listening to it on. The first tape deck I ever got was a Sanyo tape deck, and I bought this for the band on Edible 2, which is Pete Negley and myself. And that lasted a couple of weeks until we came up with this.
Yes.
Is the ending of the song.
Oh, I love the ending of this song. It reminds me of The Residents. That sounds like the end of Satisfaction by The Residents.
After the end of the song.
Okay. Oh, and then this song, which is recorded. Okay, this is all done in one take, improvised, with an acoustic guitar, 2 cheap Lafayette microphones, and you just making up these vocals. This was recorded at a little office we rented in North Olmsted. I think there's like a CVS there now.
Yeah, they tore it down.
Yeah, they tore it down and they built a CVS. Write a song on it, you know. Tore down the old Spudlok studio, put up a parking lot, big yellow taxi, took away my convenience store, CVS.
But we used to do a show called Under the Shelf, which we took up to WCSB here in Cleveland.
Right.
And we used this studio to record our music. And we also used it to record that show.
Yep.
And after the show, Bill just picked up his guitar and we decided to do this. And we did this in one take.
Right.
Show me your bush.
Show me your bush, George.
It'll push my sweet meat.
This is the one song on the album that is not safe for work if it requires the parental advisory duck and cover.
And I mentioned Jelly Paws at the beginning of this. Jelly Paws was the little blue bear that was the mascot of a Cleveland area convenience store chain called Convenient Food Mart.
Right, which we
went to a lot.
Endearingly call Inconvenient Food Mart.
Yes.
Morgenheim, Gefeltner, Cohen.
Right on the lotto machine.
And me making the stuff up
Split her like a bean.
because I couldn't think of P. I split her like a bean. I split her like a pea would make more sense, wouldn't it? No.
And as a result, a brand new cliche was born.
Well, they do make split bean soup.
Right. Well, you just take a look at a coffee bean that has been ground up. It's got that split right down the middle. Okay, so
Sperm trampoline, of course. IUD.
That's a good song about contraception and why you should do it, kiddies. Can't stop you from having sex, but we can stop you from having kids if we school you right. And that's the public service message of this video. Thank you very much. Good night. Drive safely. The more you know. This is the tender part of the song.
Yeah. And it was amazing that we just sat and recorded this song. We thought it was good enough to put on this.
Yeah. It's just a happy accident that happened by accident.
So you could hear me going. So we were rich, me and my bitch.
I gotta make sure this is framed correctly. Because watch, we're doing all this. Oh yeah. Oh no, Peanuts is calling me.
Turn off your cell phone.
All right, Peanuts, I'm gonna have to call you back later. Sorry about that.
She was a good lay, and I enjoyed it.
Yep.
She was a good lay.
She was a good lay.
She was a good lay.
She was such a good. And then he farted into the microphone.
Pork! Yes, again, I have a habit of doing that. Been doing that forever. Howard Stern says it's funny, so I do it. Of course, this was before even Howard Stern was in town.
That's true.
Something called
Child Support. That's the name of this song, by the way, Child Support.
Yeah.
Named just because it's the last two words in the song.
In the song. With me going...